beef tri-tip. That was so good. Let's show you how we did this. We got a certified Angus beef tri-tip sitting here. It's one of our favorite cuts. We like to cook these to a medium rare. Once we slice them up, we add a little flair to them. You'll see us go through the entire cook of how we like to cook a tri-tip. I know there's a big debate between, you know, cook a tri-tip like a brisket or cook it like a steak. We prefer cooking it like a steak. We have overcooked them and cooked them like a brisket before, and they're fine, but this is how we prefer them. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sharp knife. So I got my hammer stalls here, and I'm going to take all that fat off. Anything I don't want. I want to expose as much of this red, beautiful meat as I can. There'll be some waste on this, that's okay. If you want to cook it through the fat, go ahead and do it, but I don't really like to chew on it.
She's looking pretty, baby.
So over here, got a little bit of fat, and it's got a little bit of silver skin in with it. So I'm just going to go in, I'm going to take that off there. So the end result is not going to be a good chew. So you can see, nobody is going to want to eat that. That is just nasty, nasty. Yeah. It's rubbery. It's not going to be good.
No Gouda.
So behind us, we got our smoke box by Hooray. We got it fired up. We got it full of charcoal. Got some wood splits in it. We're going to run that like a Santa Maria style indoors today.
She's rocking and rolling. What is she at right now? She's at 425. So we're cruising.
So right there is pretty much what I'm looking for. Get this other one done. We're going to go ahead and season these up. We're going to use a little Smokin' Magic rib rub. This is just sweet and peppery. It's got great flavor on beef. Gonna add a pretty liberal amount to this.
And make a big mess like always.
Oh yeah. And I'm going to pat it in.
Never rub a rub.
Flip them over. Can you pat and shake at the same time? It's kind of like rub your head and go off
Pat
the
your
direction.
belly and rub your head.
So we're going to give this just a couple minutes.
I think it's good.
Sweat. I'm beating the hell out of it. Give this a couple minutes to sweat in. All right, guys, it's time to get our tri-tips rocking and rolling here. My favorite part. We're going to hear that sizzle. So from this point forward, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building a bark on the outside of this. It's going to sit a couple minutes on each side, and then I'm going to start flipping and turning, flipping and turning, flipping and turning, and then I'm going to start adding Japanese barbecue sauce. It's a teriyaki type sauce. We found this is really good on beef and pork just to play with and build a bark on it. The fun part's coming. Got to hold, and you got to wait.
Hold.
I'm not William Wallace, but you know. And so from early on, you guys probably noticed that the lid's back on her. We had some issues with the breeze and stuff coming through the studio, and it was getting this thing really too hot for my comfort zone. So I put the lid back on. Not a big deal. I'm going to have it open quite a bit through this cook. All right, now we're starting to get the crust built. So now we're going to make them pretty. We're going to go through a little bit of this Japanese barbecue sauce on the outside, baste it in, let that set in. What I'm going to do is I'll flip it every couple minutes and add a little more and a little more, and then, yeah, that's hot. A little more and a little more, and then we'll start building this beautiful mahogany bark. Just got to hold and wait for it.
So,
Man, that bitch hurt.
fun fact, they make gloves that go all the way up, like welder's gloves for when you're doing stuff over Santa Maria heat because it gets 600 to 700 degrees. He ain't got no time for that. So he puts these on, and then by the end of like the first cook, he has no hair on his forearms.
Hey, if you're quick and you do the Michael Jackson, you're good. And now we're going to start building that bark.
It's looking good. So a tri-tip is a pretty quick cook. So most tri-tips are gonna, your time on the grill, you're looking at about 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes if it's a larger one. You're looking at taking it off the grill when it reaches a temperature of about 125, and it's gonna carry over. You want your tri-tip, even if you like your steaks at a medium rare, you don't want your tri-tips necessarily at a medium rare. It's just a little tougher chew. So you want it at what did you call it? A medium?
Medium to medium rare.
Okay. So we're looking
About
at like
130.
130, yeah. And because you're cooking hotter, it carries over more, right? And that hold.
The cooking will continue.
Yes. Some of the most useful things we use all the time. These are cotton gloves, and then he's got the nitrels on top of them. So this is going to buy you more time handling that meat, whether you're on a Santa Maria, whether you're on a Weber kettle, whether you're on a Hurtado smoke box. You can manipulate that meat without having to have tongs or forks or any weird other utensils. You can just reach in there, grab the meat, and flip it and turn it. It also allows him to be able to feel that meat. So he can feel when it's starting to get to the right doneness, right?
Mm-hmm. So as I am
And he's
handling
playing with
this,
his meat.
as I'm handling it, I'm feeling the firmness of the meat. As it starts to firm up, it's telling me, okay, I'm getting more done. So here in a little bit, I'll pull a probe out and I will start temping this to make sure I stop this, probably 123 to 125 internal temp, and put her into a hold, and she'll carry to where I want her. Could have been him. I don't know.
Let's talk about carrying over that temp. So if you're cooking hotter like we are, the hotter I would say is what, anything over 300, 275, 300, and a hold's gonna, you can roughly add about 5 degrees to your temperature when you pull it off the grill, that it will carry over. If you're cooking lower, like 275 or below, then you're gonna look at 2 to 3 degree carryover whenever you're putting it in a hold. So pay attention to that depending on the temperature that you're actually cooking the meat at and what you want your desired finish temp to be. Paint the fence, baby, paint the fence. Wax on, wax off.
Doing little trees.
Or clouds.
No, this is lava. That's what it is. So this is building just like a sweet, like tangy crust. It's gonna come out so well at the end. The sweet and peppery that we used with the rub, and then you got that teriyaki type sauce on the outside.
Good.
It's really good. I do prefer doing this outdoors instead of an indoor studio because it does smoke a lot because you are burning some sugars, which creates a lot of smoke.
It's almost making you tear up, isn't it?
No, I'm thinking of something smart ass to say.
Oh. Shocker.
So you can see this one right here, she's swelling up. That's another sign that it's getting done as that meat starts to swell up. We want that.
Oh, there we go.
Now it's coming
That's
along.
what I'm talking about, man.
So
right
I'm looking
there.
for that little crusties right there, starting to caramelize some of that sauce. This is a long process. I mean, it's going to take you 20, 30 minutes to do this, plus then a rest of probably 15 to 20 minutes. So totally worth it. Some of the best beef you will ever eat.
So in less than an hour, start to finish, you'll be ready to eat. Not a long cook at all.
And honestly, 2 of these tri-tips, you can feed a small army with it. Like, you're going to slice her thin, which you'll see later. You can really do some feeding on this. But once again, all I'm doing is I'm constantly moving this, and I'm building this crust without burning. What do they call it? The Maillard reaction? Or
Yeah, something like that. The technical cooking term.
I have no idea what it is. All I know is it works.
The sugars that are in the sauce, you want them to caramelize and create a little bit of a crust, but if you just let it sit on there for 10 minutes and you don't move it, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be what you want, we promise.
There's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That beautiful mahogany. That's just some great color. Why don't we check and see where we're at? They're feeling kind of firm. I'm betting they're probably between 95 degrees and 105 internal temp. 95. This one's a little firmer. 103. So we're right
Show
in.
off.
Well, I
Sorry.
play with my meat a lot.
I know, right?
So that one has some spongy feel. Let's see how that one bounces back quicker. So this one I was able to tell it was a little further along than this. Even though this is a thicker cut, I've had it over this side seems to be hotter on my grill. And so that's why I flip-flopped them. But I could tell by the firmness that she was getting done quicker than this one. So I moved it to the cooler side because I don't really want to burn them. Okay, now I'm starting to get some good color. Now I'm going to start adding that finished color.
We're at about 560 right now on there.
So what I'm going to do now, we're hot. So I'm going to close this lid. I'll let that heat kind of do a convection around it. I'm going to start setting that sauce on it, which is going to be caramelized and great. It shouldn't take too long.
We are going to rest this for
Say 30 minutes.
30 minutes, I would say.
We'll be back and we'll slice them up.
You ready?
What do you say?
I'm hungry. Let's eat.
Let's do it. Tri-Tip's been resting for about 30 minutes. And do not throw away that juice. When we're looking to slice this, we're looking at our grains. We want to go against the grain. And I'm going to do thin slices. We're talking maybe 1/8 of an inch slices, about that thick. It's going to give me the perfect slice, perfect chew.
So with the tri-tip, the grains on a tri-tip are going to turn and move partway through the cook or through the meat, and you have to change the direction that you're cutting. So if you've ever had tri-tip that's really chewy, it's either usually too rare and or it was not cut against the grain.
Right here you can see on this part right here, the grains were running this way and now they flipped and they're running this way. So I will flip my slicing this way, but first I will cut this in half so I don't have gigantic slices, and I will come back through this.
So that tri-tip kind of is a curve, and right about the point where that curve starts is where those grains are going to turn on you. So just pay attention to that when you're cutting it. It's really good.
Certain somebody has posted up behind us.
Well, yeah. He smelled the beef. He's saying, "Where's the beef?"
All right, so one of the things we like to do when we present tri-tip, especially when we do this Asian tri-tip with the teriyaki sauce, first, don't throw away the juices left over after rest. We're going to put those right back over the top. We're going to take some sesame seed, give a good sprinkle, and then some chopped chives. Oh yeah.
So good.
Boom, boom, boom. It's a delight everybody should enjoy.
For sure.
I really want to do fat kid dance. Come here, Max.
Good boy. Is it Max approved?
Hope you all enjoy.